It's always awkward when people walk by. It's like, this girl is filming herself. What a weirdo. Yay! What's good, everybody? It's your girl Richay here, back again with another video. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to obviously not my house. We're currently outside right now because today's a vlog and it is gonna be a moving vlog. Now unfortunately I did have to split this up into 3 parts just because it did get a little bit long, I'm not gonna lie, and I wasn't gonna put y'all through that torture. And we're also going to pretend like this isn't a whole 2.5 months later because I already chose an apartment and y'all already know how it is. Got busy, had health issues, all of that jazz. So let's go ahead and go over our must-haves. Now I have 4 must-haves that I just absolutely could not go without. It was a deal breaker if I didn't have any of these 4 items. Now the first one, of course, was space. So given the fact that I have a sewing room and plenty of sewing supplies, I do need that to be separate from my bedroom because I don't want to work where I sleep. It'll just get cluttered and it just doesn't really work out for me. So I needed enough space for both me and my actual hobbies, whether it be art or sewing or editing. I just needed enough space for that. Number 2, of course, was budget. I am in fact moving in by myself, so I have to be able to afford all of the bills by myself, and I need it in the area of town that I want for myself, which is not really the most difficult thing given the fact that we do live in Texas and rent is not super expensive here, but my budget was around the $1,000 range because that seems doable and not as overwhelming as I would think it would be if it was higher. So we're gonna play it safe and say that the budget has to be $1,000 and under. Number 3, of course, is plant space. You guys know I have tons of plants. You know I am absolutely obsessed with plants and I'm constantly propagating and bringing home more and germinating more. So having some sort of outdoor space or even just space for my plants to be around me and protected away from other people and wildlife would be ideal. So naturally this is a big thing for me because it does make me happy, and you guys know I do suffer with depression and anxiety, so this type of stuff does calm me down. And number 4 is, of course, I need it in the area of town that I want it, just because I'm trying to cut my commute down from school to home to school in half. Right now it's supposed to be 15, but it's about 30 minutes given traffic, and if I leave something at home that I need for an assignment, it's just a hassle to come get at home and then go back to work and I'm late. So that's important for me. That's a must-have. It will be a deal breaker if I don't get that. Now let's go on to the fact that I do have wants. Everybody has wants. These, of course, are not deal breakers, but they'd be ideal to have, nice to have, don't really need, but nice to have. So number 1, I don't want carpet at all. Of course, you guys know I have Salem. She's never seen carpet in her almost 5 years of living, and the last thing I want is for her to see it for the first time and then me turn my back and her mistake it for litter. So no carpet. I think carpet's absolutely disgusting and I don't want to have to spend all that time trying to clean it. Of course, I don't want to hear my neighbors. If I never have to see my neighbors, that would be great. But if I do have neighbors and I do see them, I just don't want to hear them. That's a big thing for me. I would like to have a quiet area, something kind of nice, upscale, where I could go walking and feel completely safe. I do want a pool. Texas. It's Texas, guys. It's very hot here, humid here. I would like to be able to go swimming. I'm sure Jasny and Bunny would love to go swimming, so it is kind of important for me to have that. But before we go over the apartments and I show you guys what I did look at, I do want to make a disclaimer. This is Texas. If you ever do find out where I live, please don't be creepy. Please don't be stalkerish. Please don't do any of that because Texas, fuck around and find out, right? I'm serious. Please don't stalk me, guys, because that's a little weird. I can't deal with it, and I will be in jail and you will be in the hospital. Let's just put it that way. Just want to point that out. So apartment 1 was in the area that I wanted, and the commute to school was literally maybe an eighth of what it used to be, which is crazy cool. It did come with 2 bedrooms, which is a plus because you guys know I did love the space, and it was in the budget. Actually, it was one of the cheaper of the 4 apartments. It was $750 for a 2-bedroom. This one did only have 1 bath, which I was perfectly fine with because, believe it or not, I can't use 2 bathrooms at once. So it didn't really matter to me, and the chances of me really having people over other than my clients is very slim considering I don't like people. But I did have to walk up the stairs in order to get into the apartment. Like, as soon as you walk through the door, you have stairs, and then you're in your living room, which was kind of awkward and, not gonna lie, a little bit dangerous. I'm a little concerned for the cats because they like to play with each other and they might scare one off the balcony, and I just don't have the vet bills or the heart to deal with that. So I was a little bit nervous about that. And of course, if you can't already tell, there's carpet everywhere in this apartment. So that was a little bit of a downer, but if I'm being perfectly honest, it was very spacious. I loved it. There was carpet in the dining room, which was weird, but here's a massive plus for you guys. Look at that balcony. It's like massive. I mean, like, all of my plants and then some could fit on that balcony. And can you imagine the YouTube shots? Can you imagine your girl looking amazing in her final outfit transformations on that balcony? Because I can. So apartment number 2 was literally down the street from apartment 1. This was the realtor who was kind of like, I got another one to show you, and I kind of said yes because, you know, I can't really say no to things. But anyways, this apartment didn't start off as strong as the last one. The moment I walked up the front steps to even get to the apartment, it was all wobbly, it was falling apart. It just was not going to do for what I wanted, but if I have to deal with it, I'll deal with it. Right away, the patio was a wreck. It was absolutely disgusting. I wish I would have got more shots for you guys. I'm so sorry this video isn't the best, but keep in mind, recording is kind of hard around people for me. Now, the price of this apartment was $750, same as the last one. It had an amazing amount of natural light, I'm not gonna lie, but it did smell of smoke too. That was a huge problem, of course. And again, carpet everywhere, but you guys, 2 bedrooms and 2 baths. Okay, I take back what I said about having to use only 1 bathroom at a time. I can maybe use both. I'm not gonna lie, I really liked this. For the same price, it's not bad. And then of course the last con was the fact that the kitchen was extremely outdated and really ugly, and not to mention very dirty. So that also was a downside about this apartment, but not the worst apartment I can imagine. If I could imagine, I haven't really toured much apartments in my day, but it wasn't bad. I'll tell you that. It wasn't a bad apartment. So apartment 3, I actually really got confused about this apartment because I don't think I scheduled it, but somehow I ended up having an appointment to see it. It was a little bit confusing, I'm not gonna lie. And when I got there, it actually wasn't the apartment that I thought I was looking at, which was also weird. And then on top of that, the price, y'all, price was supposed to be in the range, but it ended up being the most expensive out of all of them, and went over budget actually, because it was listed about $900 and then ended up being told that it was recently updated, so now they upped the price to $1,200, which I almost didn't tour at that point because I was kind of insulted that they didn't tell me ahead of time, but that's okay. Everything was updated, of course, y'all. When I say this apartment was perfect, it was brand new, all white walls, decent light, and a decent size. New counters that were so fancy. The bathroom was massive. I nearly got this apartment just for the bathroom, I'm not going to lie, but that's a bad idea. It also had a pool, so that was a plus. We all know that it was a plus. It was also in the area that I needed, a little bit further from the other two apartments, but perfectly fine with me because still in the time range distance wise that I needed. Now, the only downside about this apartment other than the price was the fact that when you walk out into the balcony, there was no gate. It was kind of like on the first floor, and it was just a slab of concrete and then your roof and your storage area, and anyone could walk across into your patio and sit down on your stuff basically, which didn't make me feel the greatest, but you know, it's a beautiful apartment, so we'll keep it in the contender spot. We will keep it in the contender spot. Now, this fourth apartment was definitely the furthest from all of them, I'm not gonna lie, but still in the area that I needed, so it's still a contender. We'll consider it. It was definitely in a quiet neighborhood, which again is a plus because your girl don't want to hear her neighbors. She don't want to hear anything that they're doing, and I was told it would be fairly quiet for the most part, so I can't complain. One of the downsides to actually looking at this one was that I did come on a gloomy day, so I wasn't able to tell how much light the apartment got. But y'all, the first thing I saw when I walked in that kind of distracted me from that was its massive fireplace. Y'all know I never asked for a fireplace, but it was beautiful, and I've never had a fireplace before, so that was kind of an attention grabber. And then on top of that, there was some bay windows, y'all. The bay windows, not that bay. No, I'm just kidding. That was bad, and I'm so sorry. Now, the cost of this one was, of course, the median. Ironic, it was the median of all of them. It was about $900 a month, which was not bad. It's a 1-bedroom, 1-bath. It did have a carport actually, so that A1 for that one. And then of course it did have storage space. It just wasn't inside the apartment. It was kind of outside the apartment, which I'm so sorry that I didn't get film for that. But just look at this amazing apartment, guys. Also, it had a big closet. And you guys know I have so many clothes at this point that I am not necessarily worried about that. So those were the apartments that I chose, you guys. I'm so sorry that I am not able to tell you which one I chose in this vlog, but you can comment down below and tell me which one you think I chose. And of course, as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And of course, follow me on all social medias. They're all at Okayrichay. I'll see you next time.